Radio. How you doing, Robert?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
Okay, what am I going to ask you that you haven't been asked already? Let me ask you this. You've been in the business how many years?
Oh, I'm not sure if I should say.
Oh, see, it's the first question and I'm missing already. Okay, here's my first question. Robert Owens, you've been an inspiration to many. What have you been doing with yourself?
What have I been doing with myself? I've been traveling all over the world, anywhere from Africa to Japan, even places like Estonia near Russia, Portugal, Italy, Germany, France, Switzerland. That's just a few places.
In 1987, you collaborated with Larry Heard to do the Incomparable Fingers album, something that is still a classic to this day, still something that New Yorkers hold dear to their heart. What did you think about when you were doing that album?
What I thought about when I was doing the Fingers Inc. thing was more or less doing something true to my heart and thinking about other people, hoping that the music that from Fingers Inc. will relate to other people's lives and what they probably felt in their personal lives. I want to make a lot of the lyrical content more geared towards people's environment around their families and home and their life, you know, close to home more or less. You know, that's what it was all about.
So let me ask you this. How different is that from what you're doing now?
What I'm doing now, well, right now I'm setting on a catalog full of material, and it's just finding the right vehicle to actually put a lot of that material out. And you have to pace yourself because the industry can be kind of crooked in certain ways, you know, certain respects. So it's more or less of pacing yourself and waiting to the right time, and hooking up with the right individuals to actually put that material out correctly. You know?
You've always been known as Robert Owens the singer, and in the last 3 years you've built a very strong reputation as being Robert Owens the DJ. A lot of people still perceive you as the singer. What is their reaction when they actually, I mean, you've DJed with Dave Morales, a lot of different people, and what are some of the reactions you get when they see you playing now?
It's amazing, but to see it's a twist here. Because what people don't realize, my DJing history goes back further back before I even actually sung a song. I mean, I've also sung in church choirs. James Cleveland, Voices of Cornerstone. I sung with that choir. But even before that, I've DJ'd for like, I'm sure the Americans will be aware of like your block club parties when everybody on the block got together. I did parties like that. Basement sessions. I know a lot of Americans are familiar with doing basement parties. I've even DJ'd for gangbangers. I've been like their set DJ. I won't mention exactly what gang, but you know, it crosses a lot of different boundaries. When I got into the musical side of what I'm doing, I kind of isolated the DJ aspect of what I did in the past, you know, and just more or less concentrated on the musical career. But I've been there as a DJ for a while, you know. I just never asserted those kind of qualities from what I was doing until later on, when I found out that was a vehicle to channel other areas of energy, you know, from what I was doing.
Well, you've taken dance music to different levels, and like it's hard to find a singer that can go so many different levels in the amount of years that you've been doing it, and then be able to DJ on top of that. You're probably one of the few in the class of DJs that can sing and that can DJ, and that has produced tracks. Who are some of the favorite people that you like working with when you're in the studio or when you want to get a vibe?
I'm still searching. I mean, but there's been a few different English programmers and producers that I've worked with. But in a sense, I'm still searching for a solid home team, a groove that I can say is my groove. I mean, you know, like people like you, Disciple, you have your groove. You know, you found your niche in life. You know exactly where you're going. You know who you like to work with. In a sense, I'm still searching. I do more traveling right now and more or less just performing and DJing, but I'm still working at that, you know. But I'll work with different people until I eventually find a solid base.
Being a singer that can DJ enhances your awareness of what kind of records that people are making now. It doesn't get you caught up in like a past thing of how DJs and or how music is perceived like when you was doing it. Because you travel now, it opens up your awareness to where you can actually find different styles, different producers. You know who's hot. You're not caught behind the times. And like, what's the most inspirational place that you've been to musically that kind of like touches you, and you say, well, yeah, this is the level where I want to be at, because musically when I come to this place, it's like it's the level that you know, even I can learn from.
Oh, now that's another difficult one, because I've been so many different places where it's almost a language barrier, but yet they all sense or feel the rhythm and the vibe. They can feel where you're coming from. That could be anywhere from Japan to even a place like here, Naples. Naples is one of my favorite countries. Well, Italy and Naples is one of my favorite places, but it's hard to say, because I've been inspired from so many different countries, you know. Music is music. It's the same language all around the world, you know. So I'm inspired from each place that I go to, you know.
We want to thank you for having us, for you coming down to the show. And, you know, I appreciate all your inspiration, all of the work you've been doing. And shortly we'll be hoping to hear from you soon. Is there anybody that you would like to make a shout out to out in New York or America, England, anywhere?
I'd like to send a shout out to Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord, because you've inspired me and you push me, and you are my faith. You give me the faith to go on. And I mean, you know, all the other people, you know, names are not necessary, because you know who you are if you have a place in my heart. If I've touched you or you touch me, that's the key. So, you know, thank you.
Here we are. We're going to set off a new one, a classic from Robert Owens. Check this out.